Welcome to Comics with Dan. We're going to be reviewing Crocodile Black #2. So we left off the last issue with PKJ turning the volume up to 11, and Danny goes off the deep end, and we get to see the continuation of that here. So we're introduced to some new characters and in what seems to be sort of an unrelated subplot, which normally would kind of bother me because when you have a mini series like this, you want to kind of make every page count. But the stories intertwine. Danny's story and these new characters' story intertwine by the end of the issue, so it didn't really bother me that much. My one complaint is that I did feel like this issue was still a little bit all over the place. I thought that the last issue was a lot more focused, and I think that's part of what I really liked about it. I'm hoping that Philip Kennedy Johnson has the ability to stay on track and make sure that he keeps the right pace for this book that he established in the first issue. I think that Sam, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly, is a star in the making. So his style is a lot like Marco Cicchetto's in that it leans more towards realistic instead of stylized. The facial expressions that he gives Danny often contribute to the storytelling as much as the actual dialogue does. Which brings it to an interesting point that there actually aren't any narration boxes in this comic, which means that the story has to use the facial expressions and body language that Sam gives these characters in order to tell the story and to sort of establish how these characters are feeling about what's going on. And I think that's done masterfully. Patricio Del Pecci is becoming one of my favorite colorists between this book and Void Rivals. The coloring is just great. When Danny sort of has his sort of episodes, as we'll call them, the coloring becomes a lot more, I'll say, violent and sort of abrasive, rather than the more subdued coloring that you see when things are kind of just going normally. Becca Carey, the letterer, has a really nice showing here. There's some instances where some creative lettering is used for different scenarios in the story. Some really great sound effects. Part of the story is told through an entry in a journal, so we get some really cool lettering there, where each of the sort of boxes is a journal, a page from the journal. So that's some nice lettering there from Carey. And but the most impressive is the very first few pages, which I'll be able to show here because it was in the first look. So the lettering here, where apparently some song is playing, really matches the creepy tone and vibe of what's going on in the pages, what the art looks like, what the song is playing, and everything like that. I'm not entirely sure what these first few pages have to do with the story, but it's cool to see the entire creative team firing on all cylinders. The really weird looking art by Sam, the really abrasive, bright, kind of frightening colors from Patricio Del Pecci. Philip Kennedy Johnson's putting this at the beginning of the book to sort of establish that creepy vibe, and then Becca Carey has sort of the really strange, off-putting letters for the song that's playing. They're almost sort of uncomfortable to read, which I think might be the intention because the song playing and the images being shown are all really uncomfortable. So it's cool to see all the creative team working together cohesively for just a really great opening to the book. I think that the first issue sort of shocked me a little bit more, and so I'll give this one 4 stars, whereas I gave the first issue 4.5 stars. But overall I'm really happy with the continuation here. Crocodile Black is out this Wednesday, June 12th, from Boom Studios. So make sure you get out to your local comic store and check it out. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Please check out these other videos here, and thanks for watching.